Hello and welcome to coverage of the Cheap Thrills Netrunner Store Championships in February 2016. On the left, John Bowers playing Chaos 3, and on the right, myself, Sam Grieve, playing Near Earth Hub. This is round 1, game 1. So install getting a new remote which draws a card with the NEH ability. Hedge fund for click 2. Apologies, the camera's set up. It was really high actually for this tournament, a bit higher than I'd like. I've already zoomed in a fair bit to try and make the cards a bit clearer, but zooming in anymore is just going to degrade the quality of the picture. So this is as far as it's going to get, I'm afraid. John and myself actually played 7 days previous to this at the Fistful of Dice Store Championships in the exact same matchup. Here's Chaos 3 versus my NEH. In a game where he won in about 3 turns from what I recall, just constantly hitting my R&D. I was unable to get any ice and he just absolutely smashed me for everything he could get. So a lucky find, a test run for Femme Fatale, which is going on that piece of ice in front of the new remote. So run that remote, make the most of the test run. No res. That's a Sand. A Sand's always a really awkward one to see this early. It really hurts your economy to trash it, but you kind of have to, I think. If you don't trash it, the next turn could well be a res and score an Astro, and then that starts that horrible Astro train. This is pre the MWL2, so the Astro scripts are still quite prevalent, and you're able to play 3 in a deck. Yeah, so John goes ahead and trashes that. Leaves him on 3 credits. He does have the Femme on top of his stack. So new remote and ice again on that server. Asking how many cards John's got in hand, which means it's either a kill deck, which it's not, or as a sweep sweep in hand. And there's an ice on R&D. Eureka there. Reveal the top card of your stack. If it costs less than 10, install it. And it is a Femme Fatale. It's almost as if he knew. So the Femme Fatale summon's gone on top of that R&D ice. There's a pad campaign res. As you can tell from the woolly hats, scarves and hoodies, this was taking place in February. It was really cold, and this is in the our recording area today was in the cold end of the store. So ice and R&D and take some credits. And yeah, it was unbearably cold in this end of the store, unfortunately. The punishment for being top table players as the day would go on would be having to sit in this cold room. So John played a really interesting Chaos Theory deck here, actually. Not an archetype that I'm overly familiar with. I've seen a lot of other players using. Power Nap, Eureka, all cards that I don't really tend to see a lot of. So there's a sweep for click 1. Can only assume there's no genders in hand at the minute, otherwise you think he'd be forced them into that remote and scoring out. So 2 ice on HQ. John just joking that he's never made it this far into a game with me before after these 2 his easy win the week before. So there's a Diesel to draw 3 cards. John's got 4 credits to work with right now. A ton of options in his hand, lots of cards. I think that 9 cards in hand at the moment. So modded out an R&D interface. He has got the Fem on one of the pieces of R&D ice. What's click 4 going to be? Another draw, so really powering through his deck, just looking for the tools to get in and start pressuring. Discards what looks like, I think that's a torch there. So I must have no agendas because I'm drawing click 1 there. Okay, install and take a credit. So 14 credits, 6 pieces of unrezzed ice and a card in that server. Presumably John's got to at least check that server and try and put a pressure on me to spend some money on ice. There's a Katie Jones. Pop some money on her. Okay, and still say my thing. So John's going to let that go unchecked. Res of the Sand for 6 credits. Install advance, and that is an Astro script. So the train is leaving the station. Astro script's online. There's a Sand online. That's a hell of a lot of pressure now for John to answer. He's got 1 credit in the bank. That combination of a rezzed Sand and an Astro ship's counter is just so annoying for runners to deal with. Okay, money off Katie, take a credit, install professional contacts and use professional contacts. So another 3 for 2 now would be really nice to just really pile the pressure on. If I had one though, I'm pretty sure it would have been a default score. I haven't done that, so... Click 1 draw, click 2 hedge fund. And click 3 is another hedge fund, so that's the money straight back up from where it was before the scoring turn. John 2 draws professional contacts, some money on Katie Jones, 4th click. It's a scrubber there, so if he can get in and access that, well, either the pack campaign or the Sand, but preferably the Sand's the one he really wants to deal with. Okay, click 1 Poetic Labour, fast track, yeah, for another Astro. So yeah, Poetic Labour gives you the extra click to be able to fast track for the Sand and then be able to install it and score it that turn, which is now going to mean there's a Sand and 2 Astro counters in the game. I'm pausing, I've no idea why. Confused on my clicks, I think, for a second there. But yeah, so Res Sand, 2 Astro counters, 4 points to 0, and a money lead. Not a good place for the runner to be right now. So they're not in bit right now. You can even score GFI from hand at this point onto that Sand. So okay, yeah, the Scrubber's going to kill that pad campaign. Global Food Initiative now is actually games. Install, advance, and then 2 the Astro counters. Gets you the 4 needed. Oof. So there's an Exploder Blueser. That's game point now at this point. Any agenda can pretty much finish the game now. Test run 4. For another Femme Fatale. Double Femme. See, unfortunately, we haven't been able to see John's deck get ticking here. It's just been outpaced by NEH. But that's, I do like that combo of double Femme Fatale. So he's running R&D. 2 Femmes, 1 on each of those piece of ice. Probably means it's just not going to be worth resing them, yeah. So no res. In for 2 cards. That's a wraparound and a team sponsorship. Just going to leave those. What's his 4th click going to be here? Hacktivist meeting. Possibly a bit late for the hacktivist meeting, to be honest. Although it will.
Yeah, go for it. No worries.
Yeah, take that back to scavenge the. It's gonna take that back to scavenge the Femme to keep the Femme alive. I'm quite happy that doesn't. I don't think it matters too much at this point, to be honest. So just drawing 3 times that turn, just trying to find the agenda needed to just end this game before John can start making that R&D interface and the double Femme count. So there's another R&D interface coming down now, so we have to access 3 cards. Yep, no res on either of his cards. There's a CVS. I don't think John cares about that. No, he's not bothered. That's a Jackson, which he's also going to leave. An Exploder Blueser, which he'll score. That will net 5 credits, though. So John knows what the top 2 cards of R&D are now. He knows that I can only score if there's something in hand. So draw that CVS, and yeah, there's the Astro. So that was just the NEH powerhouse, as it was pre-Most Wanted List 2. Just really outpacing the runner there, not giving him a chance to get set up. John's deck looked really interesting. I don't think, unfortunately, we got to see any more games of that deck, so I would have quite liked to see what was in there and how it was going to work. Give us a few moments here, and we'll be on to game 2.
Yeah, I never know where to trash the first time. Kills your tempo, but